At this point, we Barca fans aren't even exaggerating when we say that Lamine Yamal is the best player in the world. I think that this is a fact that should be accepted by everybody because the goal that he scored today, brother, look at where he hits it from. Look at how far he is from the net. We're talking anywhere between 25 to 30 yards away from goal when the goalkeeper is literally standing closer to the post in where Lamine Yamal puts that ball. First of all, look at the technique by which he hits that ball, bro. Look at where he hits it. His foot strikes it right in the center. It's intentional because by hitting it with this part on this angle of the ball, he managed to curve that ball down into this bottom corner right there of the goal, bro, making it impossible for the goalkeeper because from the goalkeeper's perspective, you see that ball coming towards you, but then it swings and it lands at the bottom corner. It makes it impossible for the goalkeeper to save it. At this point, Lamine Yamal has grown out of the speculation. He's grown out of the question as to whether or not he was going to be able to become Barcelona's main man. Those conversations are over. Now we're talking about a Lamine Yamal who has now become Barcelona's main man. He is Barcelona's true number 10. He's the best player in Barcelona, and this is without a doubt. He doesn't need to prove that anymore. He's proven it. My goodness, what a goal. Okay, I have to be honest, as a Barcelona fan, I understand why they were asking for an offside. I understand why Madridistas were saying that this was in an offside position because let's be honest, we as Barca fans can recognize that Lewandowski right here is standing in an offside position from the moment that Marcus Rashford shoots the ball. But now here's the thing, it depends on how you interpret this. If you want to say that this is all still in new play, then you have to say that the offside exists because from the moment that Rashford hits the ball, Lewandowski is in an offside position. However, that is not how the referee interpreted it, and I actually think that the way in which the referee interpreted it is a lot better because what the referee is saying is, look, yes, Marcus Rashford hits it, but the number 27, the defender of Mallorca, intentionally places his head as an attempt to clear out the ball, and because of that intention, this is a new play. Right in this moment, you can clearly tell how the defender literally bends down to intentionally clear out that ball. Because the defender bends down like that with the intention to clear out that ball, this is now a new play, and from the moment that he touches that ball right there, Lewandowski's already back in an onside position. The ball then rebounds to Dani Olmo in this position, who gets the accidental assist to Robert Lewandowski, and as you can tell, from the moment that the ball makes contact with the foot of Dani Olmo, Lewandowski is at least 2 feet that he's onside after this moment, and here he just touches the ball and he places it at the bottom corner. Robert Lewandowski is fully onside, so this goal is clear for Barcelona. So let me get this straight, bro. Barcelona is accused of allegedly paying Negreira and paying the referee so that we could be helped to win all those trophies that we won for the pure intention of just trying to minimize what Barcelona has done, for what Lionel Messi did at Barcelona, trying to minimize all of that by saying that we paid referees. But in today's game against Mallorca, Barcelona should have had 2 clear penalties that Archivo VAR already confirmed. One, a penalty, a clear penalty on Lamine Yamal, where he's on the 1v1, he cuts inside, and Mojica literally sticks out his leg and fouls him, trips him up in the box. The referee has a clear shot at that, looks at that, and says that's not a penalty. But then if you thought that that wasn't enough, there was another situation in where a player literally handballs the pass that Lamine Yamal was giving to Robert Lewandowski. He lifts up his arm. It's no longer a natural position. We're talking about the hand being in a natural position, intentionally lifting it. Even more clear than Eddie Garcia's handball against Jude Bellingham in the Clásico. And yet they said that this isn't a penalty. But Archivo VAR says it's a penalty. Everybody acknowledges that these are penalties. But La Liga, the VAR, no. For them, it's not a penalty. Please make sense. How are you going to accuse us of paying referees when Barcelona, every single game in La Liga, is being persecuted? Every single game, we have referee decisions going against us. Today we won, but there's been other matches where Barcelona lose points, they drop points because of these referee decisions. I don't understand how you guys can continue to claim that Barcelona are the ones that pays the referees when it is completely not true. The referees have historically always been against Barcelona, and the fact that Madridistas are trying to make it seem that Barcelona gets helped by the referees is a story filled with pure delusion, bro. Okay, so these are the players' ratings for today's match, and let's just talk about it. First, starting with Joan Garcia, he received an 8.3. I thought it was a good performance. He prevented Mallorca from scoring the opportunities that they had. Got the clean sheet, which is what we wanted, so great match in my opinion. Pau Cubarsí got a 7.7 rating. I thought he was good. He was definitely above average, so 7.7 suits well for me. But with an 8.2 rating, Eddie Garcia was just better than Pau Cubarsí today, and honestly, over the last couple of matches, this whole season, I would say Eddie Garcia has just been the leader in the back line. Great game. Balde got a 7.2. Honestly, I thought that it was just a little bit above average. It wasn't too spectacular, I would say. He got the job done, but I would like to see him go more forward, receive more balls from Marcus Rashford, take players on, use his speed. I want to see him do these things again, and especially get assists. Now, Koundé got a 7.4, and I'll talk about this in another video, but he definitely has to improve on his defending a lot. Especially in the way that he starts matches, he has too many mistakes. In the second half, he did turn things around low-key, so 7.4 seems fair. Now, according to FotMob, Dani Olmo was the man of the match with 2 assists and a 9.0 rating. Though his first assist was sort of lucky, but still, I'll keep on saying the same thing. Dani Olmo and Fermin Lopez, for me, are the best cams in the world, and they just show it again today. Fermin Lopez also got an assist with an 8.5 rating. Same thing I'll continue to say, Fermin Lopez is the best cam in the world in my opinion. Now, Casado was just average, if we're being honest. He got a 7.6, which is above average. It's not a bad performance, but I still want to see him do more for us. Now, Lamine Yamal won the man of the match today, but FotMob only gave him an 8.2 rating, which is a bit weird. He did get a beautiful goal. In the second half especially, I would say that he was Barcelona's most dangerous player. Overall, I loved his performance, but I don't know why FotMob only gave him an 8.2. Lewandowski with a goal got a 7.9 rating. Performance-wise, I would say it was decent. I still want to see him do more for us, but at his age, I can't really expect too much. And I also already mentioned this. I like the way he played, but I still want to see him do more. Same with the other players. I need more from them. Like Marcus Rashford, for example. Despite the fact that he got a 7.2 rating on FotMob, his performance today was brilliant. In the first half, he was literally carrying Barcelona. If it wasn't because of the goalkeeper, Marcus Rashford today scores the best goal of La Liga with that free kick. Those were the player ratings. Please drop a follow and let me know what you think. So let me get this straight, bro. You're Marc Bernal. And after playing all your life in Barcelona's academy youth systems, you finally make your professional debut with the club. But after making your professional debut, you actually tear your ACL, which leaves you out of the pitches for a whole year. And this is devastating to everybody because you had actually impressed the manager, making it into the first team. But nonetheless, you're out for an entire year. Barcelona win the domestic treble, which means that as an effect, you miss out on one of Barcelona's best seasons ever. But nonetheless, what do? Well, you get back to work. You fight through the recovery. You train in silence, not gathering up any attention from the media. You begin to heal, to gather up strength, to gather up momentum. You finally start training with Barcelona, but very lightly. And after an entire year, you finally return to Barcelona, but with a lot of doubt. People think that you can't recover your best form, so they start thinking about selling you. And this is obviously devastating, but you continue to work hard. And you mean to tell me that during one of Barcelona's most crucial games, you're on a 1v1 situation, you take it into the box, you cut back, and you score a banger for Barcelona. Marc Bernal. Ladies and gentlemen, a player who everybody thought that was never going to return to his best form after that ACL injury, but a player who is not willing to give up that easily. And a player that the more he continues to perform, the more he continues to show why he is becoming the best center defensive midfielder in the world. Marc Bernal, ladies and gentlemen, drop a follow and let me know what you think. We need to talk about the elephant in the room, Jules Koundé. Look, it's been a while now that Koundé has not been performing well for Barcelona. Every time he starts games, he either starts too slow, he gets dribbles too easily, he misses his passes, and he gives the oppositional teams exquisite opportunities for them to go up in the scoreline. Now look, let me be fair. Jules Koundé, from the moment he started playing football, was never a right back. He had to adapt himself as a right back for Barcelona because of our financial situation. We simply weren't able to afford a proper right back. So Jules Koundé was literally moved there by Xavi Hernandez, and this was then adopted by Hansi Flick. So we gotta give him his props at least. But at the same time, if we Barca fans are being realistic, if we actually want to win a Champions League and not just talk to talk, but to actually win it, then the reality is that we either need Koundé to improve on that right back position, stop making those silly mistakes, or just buy somebody new. Now, I'm not saying that Barca should buy somebody new now or replace him altogether. I still think Koundé should be our proper starter at the right back position. But I'll just say as of right now, things are starting to get a bit worrisome. He needs to improve. He needs to get back on that same level that he was last season, and most importantly, he needs to stop making those mistakes. Up next, Barcelona play against Atletico de Madrid, and if Jules Koundé was struggling with Virgili today, then just wait till he plays at Demola Lookman. It's gonna be a tough battle, but please drop a follow and let me know your thoughts and opinions.